I remember just a few years ago when my son Chance, who's 16, he was 10 then, he would come in and sit on my lap, and we would read a proverb together. We still do it, but he's 16. He's about as big as me, so we don't. He doesn't sit on my lap now. He sits on the couch. But one day I asked him, "Why, Chance, do you like to sit on Daddy's lap?" And he said, "I feel warm." And then he's a knucklehead sometimes, but he also said, "I feel safe and secure." Then he said, "And I like to smell your coffee breath." And I think about that, smell my coffee breath. And I remembered a few years back also when I was on Fox and Friends in Washington, D.C. doing Father's Day. And I never forget how I talked about how girls really need to be engaged and to be close to their dads also, not just the boys or men. And so I said, girls like to smell their dad's high karate and brute also. And so we went back down to the green room to get the makeup off of my big Bill Cosby nose, if you will. And they were getting makeup on to go on in a few moments. But they said, "How did you know to say brute and high karate and talk about cologne?" And they began to talk about, I remember my dad's cologne. And they were talking about Old Spice. They were talking about Wrigley chewing gum and things that they remember the smells from their fathers. But I think about it, smell is so powerful. It brings back memories. When you're in a setting and you have a certain smell that comes along, it'll bring back a memory. But really what it's talking about, what it reminds me of my dad who wore that blue stuff called Aquavelva. And believe it or not, when I go to pick up prescriptions at time as an older gentleman now, at 57, I walk by the cologne area and I grab a little bottle of Aquavelva and unscrew it and I smell it for a moment. But believe it or not, I got tired of opening up the bottle when I would go to the drugstore. So now I have my own bottle of Aquavelva when I want to remember my dad. So what am I saying? The moral of the story is your children really do need to be close to you. Bring them into your arena and they will remember things years from now when we're gone that will really help them remember the important things that you have taught them. And them being close to you will really teach them more than from a distance. I just want to wish you happy Father's Day. Whatever situation you're in, I want you to know from us here at the National Center for Fathering, we wish you a happy Father's Day. Enjoy it, savor it, and learn from the moment